Morning, Albert Lee Tigers. Good to see you guys. 6 hour statistics class. Um, I'm here. Actually, this is day one for me. So it's Monday, March 30th, and got done recording your other video yesterday on Sunday. Um, and so, anyway, this is an opportunity for you to learn how to be able to gather some data. So, we talked about in our last video some different topics that you want to be able to kind of think about. I chose to think about, you can see in the back here, chose to think about pizza, college after high school, sleep, what you like in a teacher. And now I'm going to show you how to build a mechanism by which you can ask people those questions and gather that data. So on your Chromebook, you're going to go to Google Forms. So if you just search Google Forms, click on that address for Google Forms. Let's go to Google Forms. And for bringing up a lot of old Google Forms that I've used, all these down here, but I'm just going to do a blank quiz. You're going to select a blank quiz. Now, please understand that if you ask teachers when they use algebra or calculus or trigonometry in their everyday lives, a lot of them will say no, that they don't. But if you ask people, do they collect data? Do they use Google Forms? They'll say yes. So I want to give you some good pieces as we begin statistics that you can use every day, and this is one. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to title this Against 6 hour stats survey. Okay. And just need to make sure I've got a title there. And if you go up to the left here, click on that blank quiz, as it says, and retitle that Gents 6 hour stats survey. That's what you're going to save the file as. And that's the first thing we're going to make sure we do is take that file and store it in an appropriate spot. Just to the right of that, you see this folder. It says move to folder. And if you click on that, you can move it to, I'm going to put it in my classroom. And in my classroom, I do have a statistics folder. And I can move it here. If you need to create a folder, you can click, I'll actually go to distance learning, but you can click new folder. And you can just type folder and create a folder. I'm not going to actually use that one, but you would click this check mark to create that folder, then store it there if you want. I don't really want that folder. I'm going to back out of there. I'm just going to store it there. I created a couple bogus folders for you guys so you can see. Okay, so now it's saved. Now I have it in a spot that I can access it and send it out. And so I'm just going to start clicking questions. And if you go to the upper right-hand spot here, this little file that pulls down on the side, I'm going to move my face over here. And this one says add question. So I can add a question, and notice it pulls up multiple choice option right away. So you've got drop down menus, check boxes, you've got paragraphs, short answers. I'm just very common as a multiple choice if you're doing a survey. And so my first question, I'm going to ask about pizza. What type of pizza do you prefer? Notice I'm not asking what your favorite kind of pizza is, because some of you, your favorite kind of pizza might be, I don't know, Hawaiian, and I don't like Hawaiian. But I'm asking for, so just what type of pizza do you prefer? And option one, as I click on that, pepperoni. I click to add another option, and we're going to go sausage. Add another option, cheese. Add another option, and we're going to go with Canadian bacon, which is my favorite. Love to make good old Canadian bacon. I want to do another question, so I simply just add that question. What do I type here? Well, looks like my second topic is what best describes your plans after high school? Option one, attend a 2-year college, attend a 4-year college, work, or other. So I've got, two options there so far, two questions. Just going to add another question. Which best describes the amount of sleep you receive per night? Option 1, 9 or more hours of sleep. Option 2, we're going to go 8 hours. Option 3, we're going to go 7 hours. And option 4, I'm going to go with 6 or less hours. And add one more question. Which is the most important to you regarding a teacher? And option 1, we said their level of organization. Number 2, their knowledge of the material. Number 3, the amount of hair they have. Or number 4, their energy / enthusiasm. So I've got 4 different questions here, okay, with 4 different options. That's what you're going to put together. You're going to put a questionnaire with 4 different questions and 4 different options for each one. If you'd like to play around and instead of doing multiple choice, drop-down menus or where you can check more than one result, that's up to you if you want to play around with that. I encourage you to explore this, but I would like you to present a type of Google form. Now, what are you going to do with that? First of all, this link for this Google form is posted on the Schoology site. So first of all, you need to fill out the questionnaire that I have given to you. Okay, I've given that to you. Second of all, you need to make a questionnaire and share it with me and 9 of your friends. How do we share it? So at this point, you would go to send. So upper right-hand corner, click send. And what I did is I created a link. So I created a link and I sent that off to you guys. But you guys are going to extend an invitation via email. So if I wanted to send it to Zach Luther, I would just go ahead and type Zach Luther and up pops his email address. You guys are going to do Kevin Gens, so Kevin.gen, there you go. Kevin Gens, that's going to send it your way. You need to invite me as well as 9 other people, okay? So you want a total of hopefully 10 responses. Encourage your friends to fill it out, okay? I'd like you to be able to do that. And then we're going to look at that data next week. Now, you have some options here. You could include the form in the email if you want to, or it would just give them an option to be able to click to it. But the other option here is automatically collect respondents' email addresses. So what that would do is it would tell you how somebody responded. So it would tell me the answers that Zach Luther gave me. Now, I like to not click that because it makes it anonymous. And people are generally more truthful on surveys if they're anonymous. If they're not anonymous, then sometimes they don't exactly give the best responses. So I like to leave that off. If you want to attach it, you sure can. That's how you make a Google form. If you have questions, I'd be happy to walk you through, but that's your assignment. Make sure that you take care of that. Make sure I get a chance to take your survey and make sure you send it to 9 other people. Also, please make sure that you take my survey. Again, it's on the Schoology site. Thanks so much for your time.